Previously on Raider Power, Texas Tech baseball.
We're going to go 15 minutes of this dynamic stretching. And, they're in good enough shape. You can do just about anything you want to them in 15 minutes, and they're going to be able to practice behind it.
Just the reminders, man, that nothing is guaranteed. Time is short.
What happens to a young guy is the young guy starts thinking, we're having a solid year. We're doing a good thing. I'm having a good year. I'm going to go play ball in the Cape in the summer, or I'm going to go to summer school and get strong in the summer. They start looking at stuff ahead where there's games to win. We can push this thing.
When they get to the corner, they're going to sprint across.
We're not going to waste a lot of practice time doing this dynamic stretch, but it's going to be 15 minutes just so we make sure everybody's on the same page.
And this one here is going to be called, he's not heavy, he's my brother, all right?
Just because of the segments, pitchers and hitters are split, but we're all one team, and at the end of the day,
by weight, you need to partner up with a pitcher.
Whether we pitched well and won, or whether we swung the bat well and pitched poorly and still won.
Here's how it works. Duke is going to carry Nick on his back, piggyback to this pole right here.
The reality is we're all one club, and there's going to be different days when you play 56 regular season games. There's going to be different days.
And then they're going to flip, and Nick will carry him at every light pole. And then when they get in the corner, they're going to sprint across.
One or the other part of your club is going to override the other, but at the end of the day, we're all one club. We either win or lose.
Pitchers right here, you got 4. We go in 4, and we go full blast. And we'll be penalized for every ball that hits the ground when we get the fundies for the rest of the day. Do it right.
If you just do it right with your feet, and if your footwork is solid and you're fundamentally correct, you're going to be accurate most of the time. And that was the key. Hey, we're going to be accurate. We're going to be accurate.
Be good fundamentally. There you go. Be good fundamentally.
Just trying to emphasize the fact that we need to be fundamentally good. We have a little bit, and it's because we have a lot of very good athletes. And you'll see that when you recruit the guy. You very rarely do you see a very, very good athlete that is very good fundamentally.
Pick it. Nice job.
Because they do things that other guys can't do just because they can. But as the game speeds up and the game progresses, the guys in the big leagues are very athletic and very fundamental.
You owe me 3. You'll sprint to Coach Jarvis, to the line on Coach Jarvis, and jog back.
And we didn't get after them especially hard, but just to remind them that this thing is important, and they know that.
Sprint to Jarvis, jog back. Go!
They're doing some things where they should be understanding there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow if you get after it. Is it going to get better?
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. There's a chance to do some mechanical things when you don't have a game right away that you wouldn't do if you had a game the next day and the kid might pitch.
Get a little quicker for me right here, will you? Just show me you can.
It's nice to see the simplicity that he brings to the table as far as pitching mechanics and bullpens and the mentality that he has for it.
That front arm up there, on it, just keep it here. Try to take your chest to it instead of pulling it.
There are some mechanical things you do. The other thing is with those bullpen guys in particular, they've got to be on the mound. They've got to be on the dirt every third day, whether it's a game or the bullpen, or you'll lose their sharpness.
It can be a little challenging, but the biggest thing is just stay on top of it, make sure you throw every day, and do your flat grounds. Flat grounds help out a lot just by location and repetition and muscle memory. So when you do get out there, you prepared yourself as much as possible.
Some of it's just getting them up and getting them to work, getting them to 30 pitches, getting them hot, get them to 30 pitches and shut them down.
Okay, good. Aaron, you're done. 10-minute jog.
It's nothing more than just making sure they stay physically ready to pitch regularly. Skip the command of the other three and just go right to another pitch?
I guess so.
Yeah. Do it again. But there is a balance, and with the starters, then, you know, we'll lengthen them out and do some simulated innings in the bullpen and make them start and go 15 pitches and then sit. And then on the watch, wait 4.5 minutes, go get loose and go again. So you just try to be creative and try to give them as much game-like as you can. See, they always want to add a pitch. They don't want to polish the three they have. They just want to add one more just because. For the nature of our staff, I think it was good because we use our bullpen a lot, and we have young starting pitching. So, you know, having that time, I think is going to be good. In the bullpen, for crying out loud, on a Wednesday afternoon? It is the bullpen. And, you know, just do different things with them to hold their attention for the 13, 15, whatever minutes you're down there trying to get it done. Ooh, real good. It's real stuff right there. And you can do, and you try, you know, we're teachers too, so we try all different ways to show it, to get to a guy what we're really talking about. But you don't crush it when you're trying to block it either, all right? And sometimes the easiest thing to do is just put a hat there and say, hey, bounce your breaking ball on the top of the hat. And the kid goes, golly, okay, I got it, I see that. Can you do it?
Yes, sir.
Let's see it. Some people need that sight, that visual learning, you know, hit the hat. They don't fully, you know, you can tell them and you can tell them and you can tell them, and you can show them on film. Right on top, that breaking ball, put it on top of that watch. And then whether or not they can make the adjustment in their body to make the pitch land where they want, I mean, that's the issue. Boom, there it is. He gets one more try for all the marbles. Good pitch, Andre. Part of just trying to, you know, figure out exactly what, you know, how does the kid learn the best. Good, we're done.
That's how it's done. The only thing I have, because our swings have been much more aggressive before the 2 strikes.
And the thing about the stance, I think what he was talking about is, you know, what you're trying to do as a hitter or pitcher is cut out all the wasted movement.
The only thing that we're going to do now, okay, and some of you aren't going to like it, but I don't care, okay, is we're going to, as long as we're getting on the plate and we're choking up with 2 strikes, we're going to widen out our base.
I've done that before in the past. It wasn't totally new to me. But, you know, he has us widen out our feet, get off the knob a little bit, just better back control, you know. 2 strikes, you just got to battle. So you're not, you know, necessarily looking for a base hit. You just got to battle and put the ball in play and, you know, avoid getting that strike 3.
And all that's going to do is basically make things shorter. Having the timing off and widening their stance a little bit like we talked about, that was mainly a 2-strike approach or a 2-strike adjustment that we were going to do. And it wasn't anything other than the fact that it just gets you closer to contact. That distance that it goes from this foot to stride and to land on the ground is a certain amount of distance, right? That's time. Because
the whole deal with pitching and hitting is timing. And the more garbage or the more things you have going on, the more chance to not be on time. And so he was getting them in a solid base.
Time that we don't have when we have 2 strikes, because why? We're trying to see the ball as long as we possibly can, all right? So hopefully it makes sense to you. Some of you already do it. And those of you that already do it, it's going to be easy for you. But the rest of us, when we get to 2 strikes, not only are we choking up and getting on the plate a little bit, is what? We're going to widen out our base a little bit. And it's going to keep us back on breaking balls, is what it's going to do. We get to see the ball longer. And that helps you to obviously recognize pitches. Oh, that's a slider. Oh, that's a changeup. Oh, that's a fastball. Now you just go and swing. And it gets us a little bit closer to where we need to be so we can cut down the strikeouts that we've been having. You rotate through your cages the way you're going to rotate your 2 strikes on Pete. I like to teach it to them just because it helps them, and I think they'll buy into it. Now they're the lone critic, meaning like they're going to say, "Gosh, I really don't like this," and I try to tell them, "Well, listen, the reason why you don't like it is because it's different. You're still going to take your 5 swings, okay? But you're going to choke up. You're going to get on the plate a little bit, right? You're going to cover up away, and you're going to widen out your base." Okay, get it to where it's comfortable. The first 10 swings you're off, your timing's going to be off because just by doing that, it's going to change your rhythm and your timing and how you arrive on the ball. You're going to be early. And if you discard it immediately, meaning without practicing it, it could cost you. All right? Understand? All right, let's do it.
The biggest problem our guys have is it's a double-edged sword. You want them to watch baseball on TV, but then they watch big leaguers, and big leaguers, they'll do a bunch of stuff because they can. And there's a lot of big leaguers that are interested in, you know, their style points. So they watch this, college guy thinks, well, I should do it like that. I should tap my front toe and then land, and then, well, that might work for Albert Pujols. It doesn't work for you.
Good, that's it right there, perfect.
So a lot of it is just trying to get back to basic, here's how we do it.